Welcome to the dog days of summer, if then, and cats. Somebody didn't get her brushing this morning, and she's pissed. She's massively pissed. Stop! No biting the brush. If you're gonna bite the brush, I'm not gonna brush her. I had such a good time with this. Massively, massively good time with this. It came to me and I ran with it. And I said the other day, I know I'm in trouble when if then books outweigh Flashback Monday books. And she's got her eye on the box. So, anyways, a couple of these authors we have seen before. I have done an animals if then previously, but a lot of these authors are new to me. I knew most of the first group, but I don't know quite a few of these authors. I've never heard of these authors before. They were all new to me, so maybe they'll be new to you. Welcome to the D. Louise book series. I'm Christina Calleras, TNA. This is where we read books, talk about books, no special effects, no themes, none of that fancy stuff going on here. And I hope you are having a good day. How's that? I miss Victoria Thompson. I'm devastated that she's passed. I know I shouldn't really be talking about that here, but it's just been a week. So a couple of these authors we have seen before, but there's quite a few of them that I never even heard of before today. Excuse me, my nose again. Oh. So anyways, yes, ma'am, are you back? Do you want to hang out? Are you going to come up? No? Fine. All right, let's get to it. I have not heard of this author, but these are doggies. A dog called Jack, Ivy Pembroke. All day he trots happily between the terrace houses, receiving treats and toys, offering a tail wag or a lick in return. For Sam, a widower recently returned to London, Jack is Christmas Street's unofficial welcoming committee. For Sam's young son, Teddy, the small, scruffy mutt is much more than that. He's a confident and Teddy's much needed and so far only friend. But other neighbors also rely on Jack for company, including Bill, the street's oldest, grumpiest resident. Bill remembers when everyone knew and looked out for each other. Now people live side by side for years, scarcely interacting. Jack, with some help from Sam and Teddy, is starting to change all that. I know! I miss it too! I used to know all of my neighbors. I know none of my neighbors. After a bumpy start, Jack helps forge a bond between Teddy and the girl next door, and he's the unlikely connection between Bill and artist Mac, who lives with his husband, Arthur. He's also proved witness to the secret relationship between teenagers from very different backgrounds, and to Sam's tentative flirtation with Teddy's teacher. After all, Jack, with his willing and open heart, knows how much happier these humans would be if they took the time to connect with one another. This sounds so good, don't it? Spencer Quinn, It's a Wonderful Wolf. Well, I guess we need to get this out for a Christmas if then, huh? Chet the dog, the most lovable narrator in crime fiction, and his human partner, P.I. Bernie Little, are enjoying a joyful holiday season together in the valley. With the spirit of the holidays in mind, and despite the dismal shape of finances at the little detective agency, Bernie refers a potential client to Victor Klosky, a fellow private eye. But when Victor doesn't show up at his mom's house to light the Hanukkah candles, she hires Chet and Bernie to find him. They soon discover that Victor's client has also vanished, and that the trail leads to whispers about previously unknown art treasure, possibly buried treasure. I know I have two of hers because I just couldn't resist. And we've known this lady for years. She's one of the two ladies in this pile that when you think of cat authors, these are the cat fictional authors. Cat cozy mystery fictional authors. This is first of the second two ladies that you think of instantly. So this is the first lady, Shirley Russo Murphy. Joe Gray, the first one you'd think of. On a moonlit night, Joe Gray is minding his own business, carrying a gift of mice to a litter of kittens, when he stumbles upon a murder scene. Behind an empty house lies a swimming pool, its bottom covered with mud. There is also blood, the smell of human death, and drag marks. But there is no victim without a body. It's a crime that will be hard to prove. With stubborn feline curiosity, Joe Gray sets out to investigate. As he, Lucy, and Kit follow the killer's trail among four houses whose owners are on vacation, they discover that more murder has been planned for the small, close-knit neighborhood. They uncover evidence of conflict among the residents and multiple signs of breaking and entering, although nothing valuable seems to be missing. With the help of two local ferals, the cats find the victim's garden grave and learn of the violence that is yet to come. As they set out to alert the law, they discover the perfect way to thwart the killer through that person's unnatural but powerful fear of cats. This one, Uh, on the way home from visiting their friend Kate Osborne in San Francisco, Tortoiseshell Kit and her elderly housemate Lucinda and Pedrick Greenlaw are hurt in a terrible car crash on a winding coastal road. The accident is terrifying enough, but these two dangerous men steal the Greenlaw's town car, making off with a secret hoard of jewels and gold, a gift bestowed from Kate's newfound treasure, carefully hidden inside its doors. As paramedics rush the Greenlaws to emergency room, a badly shaken Kit hides from hungry coyotes in the forested hills above the highway, waiting for Joe, Pan, and their human companion, Brian and Clyde, to come rescue her. I hope they find her. Ah, there's two. There's two from him. There's a whole series, and I found two of the series, so I decided just to. Uh, oh no, that's the wrong one. The wrong one. Where's the other one? Okay, it was that one. Okay, let's do this one first. Oh, I've got two of those too. I didn't see that. Okay, let's do this one, dog. Dog Eat Dog. David Rosenfeld. I did not know that he wrote dog stories. I did not know. Retired lawyer Andy Carpenter and his wife Lori enjoy walking their dogs Tara, a golden retriever, and Sebastian, a basset hound. When out for one of their strolls on a summer weekend, their usual routine is interrupted when they spot a man down the street mistreating his pug. Andy and Lori hurry over to intervene, but before they can do anything, another passerby gets there first. He beats the dog owner so thoroughly that both are arrested when the cops arrive. Before the passerby gets away, he makes Andy and Lori promise to look after the dog, which is an easy promise to make since Andy is the founder of a dog rescue organization. At the police station, he is identified as Matthew Jensen, who turns out to be wanted for murder. Oops. All right, so let me go to these other ones that I saw. I just had it. Oh. So like I said, I couldn't resist Finders Keepers. I couldn't resist. I was like, I'm gonna get both of them. Mace Reed lives on the outskirts of Chicago and specializes in human remains detection. He trains dogs to hunt for the dead, rides coming off a taxing year, mourning the death of a beloved spaniel, as well as the dissolution of his marriage. He adopts a rescue dog with a mysterious past, a golden retriever named Vera, and when Reed begins to train Vera as a cadaver dog, he comes to realize how special the newest addition to his family truly is. Aww. Keepers. Mason Mace Reed lives on the outskirts of Chicago and specializes in human remains detection. That is, he trains dogs to hunt for dead bodies. He calls his pack of cadaver dogs the Finders, and his prized pupil is a golden retriever named Elvira Vera for short. When Mace, Reed, and Vera are called in to search Washington Park at 3 o'clock in the morning, what they find has them running for their lives. The trail of murder and mayhem, Mace and their CPD liaison, Officer Kippy Graham, begin to follow leads that to them uncover treachery and corruption at the highest level of Chicago's government officials. Ooh, that goes high. A lady that, like I said, you associate these two ladies with the animal books. This is the second lady, Carol Nelson Douglas. Oh, no. All right. This is the third lady. Excuse me. This is the third one. The second one I haven't gotten to yet, who you will recognize. Temple Bar is a PR wizard when it comes to promoting Las Vegas' hottest clients. She also is an amateur sleuth who has caught her share of bad guys, especially when they've threatened her nearest and dearest. B-movie actress Savannah Ashley begs Temple to investigate the suspicious death of a rich aunt's handyman. Temple happily takes the case, partly to take her mind off her sudden chaotic private life. Her ex-fiancé, the Magnifying Max, is back from Europe, minus his memory. Her current fiancé, Matt Devine, has returned to Chicago with the promise of a surprising future which may not include Temple. As Temple digs into the human's ultimate demise, she finds plenty of greedy humans swarming Savannah's ailing Aunt Violet, who intends to keep her estate to her cats. That's it. Leave your estate to your animals. All right, the other lady. Ah, I found this one. We should put this for the 4th of July ones too. Rita Mae Brown. This is the other one that when you think of Lillian Jackson Brown, you also think of Rita Mae Brown. She's the second lady. Tired of politics as usual? Despair not. This election year, Rita Mae Brown has thrown her cat into the ring. Her feline intrepid co-author Sneaky Pie Brown is taking time off from her busy schedule, writing best-selling mysteries to run for President of the United States. Hail to the chief. Sneaky Pie heads to the Oval Office with an animal-friendly agenda to unify all Americans, regardless of whether they walk on 2 or 4 feet or even if they fly. With the help from her friends, the irascible Grey Caputer, the wise Corgi T. Tucker, and Tally, the exuberant Jack Russell, Sneaky crosses her home state of Virginia, hoping to go where no cat since Socks Clinton has gone, to 600 Pennsylvania Avenue. In the tradition of her heroine Sojourn Truth, she takes her case to the masses, journeying from the lair of the red-shouldered hawk to the nest of the Telford titmouse, from a pasture full of curmudgeonly cows to the stately halls of Monticello. She gets Thomas and Jefferson Mouse to vote for her. Okay, I saw this and I had to get both of them. I had to get both of these. It just cracked me up something terrible. A lawyer for your cat and a lawyer for your dog. I love this. Lawyer for the dog. One of the sharpest attorneys in Charleston, South Carolina, Sally Baynard, isn't your typical Southern belle. She's certainly not what her mother hoped she'd grow up to be, especially since she divorced her husband, family court judge Joe Baynard, and his historic family with the historic wealth and historic houses. Maybe Sally was never going to be a proper society lady, but her success as a public defender and family lawyer has been enough for her. She's represented murderers, burglars, drug dealers, and lately she has taken on some thorniest divorce cases, closed with her Sally Bright Baynard wit. Oh, were they? One case she's never successfully closed is her marriage. When Judge Joe assigns her to one of his divorce cases by appointing her as lawyer for the dog, Sherman, a miniature schnauzer, she's forced into close quarters with her ex once again, juggling the needs of the dog, the angry owners, her amorous but uncommunicative ex-husband, her aging mother, and the expectations of the court is more than Sally could have imagined. As she rascally Sherman digs his way into Sally's heart, he brings along his charming vet, Tony, a man who makes Sally question her views on love and marriage. All right, how do we do with the cat? Sally Bernard is one of the best lawyers around. In the years since her divorce from family court judge Joe Barnard, she dedicates herself to representing the worst and the craziest Charlestown, South Carolina had to offer. But none of the murderers, burglars, or angry divorcing clients compared to Sherman, the dog her ex-husband appointed to represent. Although Miniature Schnauzer found his way into her heart and brought his handsome vet Tony along too, his case was a thorny one. With the business out of the way, Sally is happy to move back to non-canine clients until a probate judge calls her about a cat. Agreeing to represent Beatrice, a black cat who's the beneficiary of a multi-million-dollar trust and plantation, Sally must put her wit, charm, and brains to the test, choosing among three colorful potential caregivers while dodging the former owner's angry son. I love it. Do you need a lawyer, Smokey? Smoke. Smoke. Hello. How you? What? Do you like these books? Do these books sound good to you? Hmm? Do they sound good to you? She's addicted to her brush. Oh, did I have him twice? Why did I think I had him twice? Oh, let's do the other one. Where's my thing? Where's my... I gotta turn you off. I don't know what you're going on, but... Ah, Lillian Jackson Brown. Didn't I... I don't care, we'll do it twice. The cat who brought down the house. The denizens of Pixar's are starstruck when Thelma Thackeray, a native Moose Country, has returned to spend her declining years 400 miles north of everywhere. After a nearly 6-decade-long career in Hollywood, and she doesn't intend to spend them idly either. With the quaintest of the old opera house, her plans for a film club are already becoming a reality. But Thelma's celebrated arrival on Pleasant Street is marred by the bird napping of her famous Amazon parrots, and the circumstances of her twin brother's recent death appear increasingly suspicious to columnist James Quillian. Will Quill's Siamese Coco designed to take the time from his stage debut in the Kit Kat revenue to help his master find the person or persons responsible for these deadly deeds. This is the 25th book in her series. Isn't this awesome? I'm telling you. Rita Mae Brown. Lillian Jackson Brown. And, where is it? I just had it. Miss Murphy is the other one. Didn't I just have it? Didn't I just literally have it? You know, there's no special editing here. I just had it. Oh, here it is. Murphy. Those are your cat peeps. Those are your 100% go-to cat peeps. The rest of these authors, I did not know quite a few of them existed. This lady, I've said it before, If you need a book, and I've used this woman for every a Halloween if then, Thanksgiving if then, and a Christmas if then, 4th of July if then, Valentine's Day, she comes through with all the holidays. She does. And I saw this and I'm like, oh, good God. A catered doggy wedding. Miss Isis Crawford. Don't you just love her? At a little taste of heaven, Bernie and Libby Simmons cater all sorts of affairs, from book clubs to bridal showers and everything in between. So when their counterman Georgie asked them to cater a doggy wedding for his girlfriend Jenny's 8-month-old golden retrievers, they jump on the opportunity. The reception, which will also serve as a grand opening for Jenny's new doggy daycare, is no small affair. Bertha and Ernie, the bride and groom, will be celebrating with more than 100 guests, including the puppers, pals, and their people. But all weddings, even shaggy shindigs, come with some drama. Not everyone in town is excited about the upcoming pupsicles or Jenny's business. Someone is sending threatening messages to Bernie, Libby, and the others towns, warning them to cancel the festivities. But when folks start dying under curious circumstances, Bernie and Libby know it's up to them to find the murderer. A lady I've seen before, Lorene Berenson, and the title just caught Pup Fish. I just had to go with it. While UC Protective Melanie feels comfortable sending her sons to Graceland School's summer camp for 2 reasons. The institution is well regarded and prior to Emily Grace is a trusted friend, but Emily has been acting strange since 3 rambunctious Dalmatian puppies suddenly appeared on her front door. The unusual arrival marks the first of several mysterious happenings at camp, each more intense than the last. Emily's rough streak takes a frightening turn when the discovery in the nearby woods the body of her estranged husband. Oops. You know, I did have the nice pile over here. All right, I saw this and had to get it. Antiques Fire Sale, Barbara Allen. A charred corpse in the ruins is identified as the mansion's caretaker, a one-time flame of Vivian, but Tony Casado, Brandy's beau and Serenity Chief of Police, throws cold water on Sheriff Vivian's suspicions of murder. Then Brandy spots a familiar item on sale on the internet, and Mother suspects the fire is just a smokescreen. When their doggy detectives Sushi and Shih Tzu sniff out a second body in the woods, Mother and Brandy turn up the heat on the homicidal torturer because any killer who takes on the Bourne girls is playing with fire. Kathy Delaney, purebred dead. I did not know. Pillar of the community, retired schoolteacher Mary McGill has finger in every pie, a place on every committee. Everything Mary organizes smoothly apart. That is from the town's traditional Christmas pageant. From the festivities are really interrupted by the discovery of a blood-stained corpse lying in the manger. Cowering beside the body is a small black and white puppy. 2 local children report seeing a shadowy figure fleeing from the scene, but there are no clues as to the murderer's identity. If Mary could only find out what the puppy was doing there, she would be one step closer to finding the killer. As someone who knows nothing about dogs, purebred or otherwise, Mary had better learn and fast before she and the children become the next victims. Save the doggy. Save the sleepy kitty. Oh, I got 2 of hers. Lauren Berenson, chow down. When she receives a letter from the Champion Dog Food Company informing her that Faith has been selected as a finalist in the All Dogs Are Champions contest, Melanie is mystified until she discovers it was Davy who entered Faith in the contest. Since he also signed the entry form that legally prohibits contestants from withdrawing, Melanie and Faith swallow their pride and tweak their top knots and enter the ring. The winner will be the spokes dog for Chow Down, a new and decidedly not poodalicious dog food. The company is launching and receiving a $100,000 modeling contract. Too bad Feline and Faith are less than interested in winning the contest. At the reception where they meet the other finalists, Ginger, a Brittany owned by Perky Bill and Allison Reddy, Macduff, a Scottish terrier belonging to Dorothy Foyle, an older woman, Brando the boxer, owned by Ben O'Donnell, an out-of-work actor, and a Yoda, a Yorkshire Terrier who belonged to an aloof couple, Suzanne and Larry Kim. Melody immediately picks up the scent that this pack is a bone's throw away from a major dog fight. That was cute. All right, I had to throw this one in. It's not particularly animalish, but the cover got me, so I just had to throw it in. This has shown up in a couple of Christmas ones. 4 top-selling authors have a special gift for you this year. Never before published holiday stories featuring passionate romance, paranormal adventure, and a distinctly alluring feline touch. I just threw it in. It doesn't fit in this bunch, but I just threw it in. A couple of okay, we'll do this one. A Farewell to Arf. Spencer Quinn. Chet the dog, the most lovable narrator in all of crime fiction, and his human partner, P.I. Bernie Little, are on a new case, and this time they're entangled in a web of crime unlike anything they've ever seen before. Their elderly next-door neighbor, Mr. Parsons, though he was doing the right thing by loaning his ne'er-do-well son, Billy, some money to help him get settled. But soon Mr. Parsons discovers that his entire life savings is gone. A run-of-the-mill scam. Bernie isn't so sure that the case is that simple, but it's Chet who senses what they're really up against. Only Billy knows the truth, but he's disappeared. Can Chet and Bernie track him down before it's too late? Someone else is also in the hunt, an enemy with a mysterious cut-edge power who will test Chet and Bernie to their limits and beyond. Melody Carlson, the Christmas dog. A little before 7 on Monday morning, Betty awoke to the sound of someone trying to break in her house, or at least that's what it sounded like. It was that scruffy dog again, Jack Jones Mongrel. The dog crouched down whimpering, and despite Betty's better feelings toward her neighbors, she felt a tinge of pity for the poor dirty animal, and Betty didn't even like dogs. She eventually invites him in. All right, a couple of quick cozies. Um, A Troubling Tale. The charming town of Chilson, Michigan is beautiful in the spring, and the bookmobile is delivering great reads far and wide on one of the first warm days of the year. But a chill sweeps through when Minnie and Eddie discover that one of their favorite patrons, the owner of Hanukkah's Candy and Farm, has been murdered. Although Minnie can't understand who have a motive to murder such a kind man, she doesn't think the sticky problem is hers to solve. However, when rumors start flying around and the police have no leads, Minnie decides to throw her investigation into the ring. And Eddie's going to help her, and Eddie's the cat. Clause for concern. The Cat in the Stack Mysteries. We're going to do these for the channel. As a proud new grandfather, Charlie doesn't have the time to deal with new crime writer Jack Pemberton, who wants him as the subject of his latest book. A more appealing proposition for Charlie is helping an elderly man navigate the library's genealogical database, but he's shocked when he learns that the visitor search is focused on a member of Charlie's own family. I love genealogy. Trace your family tree. Your family tree is your own personal history. A famous author of gory bestsellers and former classmate of Charlie's, Godfred Priest, may be the pride of Athena, but Charlie remembers him as an arrogant, manipulative jerk, and he's not the only one. Murder Past Due. Godfrey's homecoming as a distinguished alumnus couldn't be possibly go worse. By lunch, he's put a man in the hospital, and by dinner, Godfrey's dead. Oops. Another lady that came up, Sophie Kelly, hooked on a feline. It's this summer in Mayville Heights, and Kathleen Polson and her detective boyfriend Marcus are eager to attend the closing concert of the local music festival. The concert is a success, although one of the band members is discovered dead shortly after, and it is assumed the death was a robbery gone wrong. But Kathleen suspects foul play, and she is certain that she, along with her trusty sidecats Owen and Hercules, can solve the murder. With the I did it on both. Okay. In the Doghouse, V.M. Burns. Cheryl Lilly Echo's husband dumped her for after 30 years of marriage, but here's an update too. She's recharging her CPA career, trading brutal Michigan winters for the sunny South. Best of all, she can finally get a puppy. I lost my place. Enrolling her new tiny poodle, Agatha Christie, at the Eastern Tennessee Dog Club also comes with a new best friend, club trainer and Southern Belle Scarlett Dixie Jefferson. Unfortunately, not everything in Lily's life is so scuttly. Her neighbor Bradley Hudson is a cantankerous, growling, poodle-hating blowhard. For Lily, snapping back at him in public wasn't exactly the best revenge. The next day he's murdered. With the cops barking up the wrong tree, it's a good thing her best friend Scarlett Dixie Jefferson from Chattanooga, Tennessee, decided to take a break from the dog club circuit to pay a visit along with her own prized pair of poodles. With the help from Dixie and her defense attorney daughter and a blue-eyed man in a canine partner, Lily is determined to collar the real killer. Before we get to second one, and the final book, The Dog Park Club. Max Bravo is a mid-rung opera singer with a diva towering ego, and he doesn't do favors, not until the day he visits a troubled friend in Berkeley and offers to walk her dog. However, the park regulars are a friendly bunch, and before long, Max can't stay away. Then one of the group, Amy Carter, beautiful, adored, pregnant, disappears. The dog park club decides to start their own investigation, and mayhem and maybe murder ensues. And that's the end of the dog days of summer with a few cats thrown in. I hope you enjoyed that. These books were just so cute and so awesome. I hadn't seen a lot of these authors before. A lot of them were new to me, and a lot of them you know very well. Murphy Brown and Rousseau and Lillian Jackson Braun. They're excellent. All of these are excellent authors. These were so cute books. I hope you will check them out. Happy Friday. Happy if then. Have a good one.